think of AI as like an assistant, a brainstorming, things of that nature, not something that's going to replace. Like you cannot be replaced. You are unique. You bring something to the table. So focus on your strategic, compassionate, and faithful value. Hey there, family. Gabrielle here, daughter of the Almighty, mom to two amazing kids, and a Yorkie named Luna. Also, I'm a fellow Christian business owner. If you're ready to say yes to financial clarity and exchange chaos for calm, you're in the right place. We're diving deep into strong faith, practical stewardship, and savvy bookkeeping. All right, family, grab your coffee and your notebook. Let's talk about God, business, and getting those books in order. Welcome back, family, to another episode of Guiding Grace Bookkeeping. So, today I really want to talk about AI and bookkeeping. Okay, stick with me here. A lot of people are like, if there's a lot of automation going on, like, are we humans even needed anymore? Do I actually need a bookkeeper? Do I need to do my own bookkeeping? Is bookkeeping just going to be completely controlled by AI? Whatever the case may be. Like, it's so hilarious because I started thinking about like that Will Smith movie, I Robot. How everything was like, okay, maybe it's not a good example, but how everything eventually at that time in space turned into robots being nannies and assistants and all kinds of crazy things. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know if that's the direction that we're going, but that's neither here nor there. So, honestly, I'm going to keep it real with you. The truth is, automation, AI really does help with the mundane tasks like data entry and sorting. All right. So, like, think about your Xero bank rules. The Xero bank rules, that's a form of automation, right? So, it helps you um, do reconciliation a bit faster, take away the sitting down, combing through hours and hours of transactions. It just helps make that a bit easy, right? So, think of AI as a tool for efficiency. Don't think of it as something that's going to replace a human, but think of something that's just going to assist you to help you be a little bit more efficient and basically like an assistant, to be honest. All right. So here's something that I really want you guys to think about. So automation, categorization, data entry, calculating taxes, like based on rules and all that stuff, that's clerical work. That's work that the AI can do. All right. That's XOXO00001111 Morse code type stuff. Okay. So that's something that your AI can do, but it can't operate on integrity, emotion, or faith, or like using best judgment on certain things. Right. So AI can generate a report, but it can't look a client in the eye and advise them on giving generously or taking a difficult ethical step, right? Like advisory. Your advice is rooted in stewardship and trust. AI can help make your job easier, but it can't replace you because it needs a human touch. Like you having, whether it's professional relationship or personal relationship, the human emotion is a touch that cannot be replaced no matter how many fancy codes, no matter anything, right? That cannot be replaced. So, like, AI can calculate tax payments, but it can't console a parent entrepreneur who is struggling with cash flow anxiety or it doesn't even have to be a parent, a new business entrepreneur that is like staring at every obstacle that's coming at them like a deer in the headlights. When it comes, because business, you're still learning. Business is a huge adventure, a huge journey that you take, and every day you're learning new things, and AI can't help put a lot of that stuff in perspective that a human can, right? So let's talk about like a little bit of like job security. That's another thing that people are concerned about, like especially with bookkeeping. So like if you are a bookkeeper, like hence myself, or any of that nature. So yes, the AI is generating the reports, but what does the reports mean? And you can ask it. Hey, you can ask a little robot, ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, whichever one you decide to use, even Jax, right? Xero's AI. It can give you basically the general foundation of things, but there's something about a human touch that can take something and break it down so simple to turn on the aha moment, right? So, excuse me, like for example, you can interpret an income statement, right? You like, okay, you tell the AI generate this, and then you have your income statement, and you're just like, how do I, how do I understand this? And don't get me wrong, you put a lot of prompts in there. You can do all of that, but then there's a lot of people that's not tech savvy. There's a lot of people that don't want to deal with AI, but the human touch can help explain that stuff, right? So another thing. Right. So AI can't stop your client if you're a professional bookkeeper or you as the owner that wants to take bookkeeping into your own hand. We can't tell you to stop, to keep using that influence and telling you to stop mixing that business and personal account. Humans provide accountability, right? Because it's like a kid, right? They're everyone, all my parents out there, y'all be able to relate to this. You have a toddler and then it's suddenly quiet and you're just like, silence means that my toddler is getting into something. Let me go check. Right? Or like, and when as a person, you're like, oh man, I probably should do that because this person's going to get me, or it makes you think twice. AI is not going to do that, right? AI is not going to keep you accountable. Like, I'm keeping you guys accountable to be doing your bookkeeping, the very minimum. Every week, set aside 15 minutes to an hour, depending on how much you've been behind. Do your own bookkeeping. You guys hear my voice telling you, do your bookkeeping. Like, imagine, it's accountability. AI is not going to do that. You're going to be like, oh, it's just there for a prompt. You kind of like procrastinate, correct? And also, this is a Christian bookkeeping podcast. Words. um, as a Christian business owner, you operate on a higher ethical plane because you know that everything that you do is a gift that glorifies God. Right? So your faith-based principles means your advice is always directed towards a biblical stewardship and long-term faithfulness, not just maximizing short-term gain, right? This is the foundation of trust. We as Christians are held to a higher ethical standard because whatever we do, the work we do is supposed to be honoring God, and the work we do is also supposed to be leading people towards God, to know that He is peace, that He is security, right? So I just wanted to do is a really quick episode. Might be quick, may not be, but I just want to remind you just to be encouraged, right? Your job security, bookkeeping is not tied to your ability to click buttons, guys, but it's tied to your ability to think, care, and guide. AI, don't get me wrong, is a powerful tool and it takes a lot of stress out of a lot of things, especially when you're hitting a wall and you're just like, I like to think of AI as like an assistant, a brainstorming, things of that nature, not something that's going to replace. Like, you cannot be replaced. You are unique. You bring something to the table. So focus on your strategic, compassionate, and faithful value. Okay? All right, family. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I want to drop a friendly reminder that our community is live with the weekly newsletter that will just give you some tips, some bookkeeping tips, and the links to the newest podcast episodes for easy access. It's a bit.ly link. I shortened it for you guys. It's bit.ly/G Grace Podcast. And secondly, for those of you that like to read or just have something on hand to refer to later, instead of rewinding through podcast episodes, because I get that. Don't forget to check out the free ebook. Link is able to download in the show notes. Okay. And finally, one last tidbit, because we have an option for every single one of our family members here, right? So for those of you that just need clarity, that kind of is trying to apply some understandings that we've been going through on this journey together, and you need clarity for your books, especially with tax season coming up, there also is a link in my show notes that you can book a 30-minute strategy call for $25 with me, and we can talk about your concerns, and I can give you kind of like a little push or some advice on how you can get your books in order and preparing it for tax season. Okay? All right, family. Until next time, take care. As we close out today's episode of Guiding Grace Bookkeeping, I truly pray that something resonated with your heart and brought you closer to financial clarity and peace. If you felt that connection, or if a specific insight sparked something within you, please consider taking a moment to leave us a review and subscribe to wherever you listen to podcasts. Your feedback helps us grow and reach more individuals like you. And if you know someone yearning for more grace and wisdom in their finances, be a blessing and share this episode with them. Remember, walking by faith and managing with grace can transform your entire world. Until next time, stay blessed, keep shining, and let's keep those books looking beautiful.